If a woman is developing feelings for you, she will say these 6 things. Psychology tips: ever wondered if she's falling for you? Women rarely come out and say, "I like you" outright. Instead, they reveal their feelings in subtle ways, often through the things they say. And when a woman is developing feelings for you, her words carry hidden clues. Welcome to Grandma's Wise Vibes, the place where we break down the complexities of love and relationships into real, relatable advice. Today, we're uncovering 6 key things she might say that reveal her growing emotions for you. Stick around, because this is more than just a list. It's your guide to understanding her on a deeper level, backed by psychology tips that will give you an edge. Now, why should you care about this? Let's face it, relationships can be complicated. Misreading signals is one of the easiest ways to sabotage something that could have been amazing. Maybe you've been in a situation where you weren't sure if she liked you, or worse, you missed the signs altogether. Recognizing these 6 phrases can save you from that uncertainty and help you avoid letting a great connection slip through your fingers. But this isn't about playing games or trying to decode every little thing she says. It's about learning to recognize authentic feelings when they're right in front of you. When a woman says these 6 things, she's trying to tell you something important, often without even realizing it herself. Understanding these cues is your chance to not only connect with her, but also respond in a way that strengthens your bond. So what can you expect in this video? We're breaking down 6 specific phrases women say when they're developing feelings for someone. Each phrase reveals an emotional or psychological milestone, whether it's her feeling safe with you, valuing your opinion, or wanting to bring you into her world. And here's the best part. We'll also share how to respond to these phrases in a natural, confident way that deepens the connection. If you're ready to understand the psychology behind her words and take your relationships to the next level, let's dive in before we dive into the 6 key phrases. Let's set the stage by understanding why women often express their feelings subtly, rather than coming right out and saying, "I like you, trust us." This insight is just as important as the phrases themselves. First, let's talk about fear of rejection. No one likes to feel exposed, and women, like anyone else, might hesitate to put their feelings out there for fear that you might not feel the same way. Vulnerability can be scary, especially when romantic feelings are involved. Instead of risking outright rejection, many women prefer to test the waters with subtle hints to gauge your reaction. Next, there's the role of cultural expectations. In many societies, women are often taught to wait for the man to make the first move. Even in today's modern world, these norms still linger, influencing how women approach. Expressing interest, subtle cues are a way of balancing these expectations while still letting you know how they feel. And finally, we can't ignore emotional vulnerability. Opening up about feelings requires trust, and trust doesn't happen overnight. Subtlety allows her to share a piece of her emotions without fully exposing herself. Think of it as a protective measure, a way to express interest while keeping her heart safe until she knows it's okay to let her guard down. Now let's talk about why emotional intelligence is critical when it comes to picking up on these subtle cues. The truth? Truth is, most communication isn't about the words. It's about the tone, the context, and the unspoken messages in between. That's where emotional intelligence comes in. It's your ability to understand not just what someone says, but what they mean and how they feel when they say it. Recognizing subtle hints is a skill that strengthens relationships. When you can read between the lines, you show her that you truly get her, and that creates a deeper connection. Pay attention to the little things, the way she lingers on certain topics, her body language, and even her tone of voice. The bottom line, understanding her subtle expressions, isn't about overanalyzing every word. It's about being present, attentive, and empathetic. These are the foundations of emotional intelligence, and they're what will help you navigate her signals with confidence. Let's take this understanding and move than just casual conversation. She's seeking your opinion, not because she needs advice, but because she values your perspective. This is her way of testing whether your values align with hers, whether it's about life goals, a movie she watched, or a decision she's pondering. She's looking for common ground. Well, why does this matter from a psychological perspective? Alignment in values and opinions is a key factor in long-term compatibility. By engaging you in these discussions, she's gauging whether you're someone she can connect with on a deeper level. It's not just about the topic, it's about how you respond and whether you make her feel understood. How should you respond? First, listen carefully, give her your honest opinion, but remain respectful. Even if you disagree, a great response might look something like, "That's an interesting question, here's what I think. But I'd love to hear more about your take on it." This shows her that you're not just interested in answering the question, but in understanding her point of view, as well as, 2, you're so different from other guys. This phrase is a big one. When she says you're so different from other guys, she's letting you know that you stand out. Maybe it's the way you carry yourself, the way you treat her, or the way you approach life. Whatever it is, she sees you as unique. What does this reveal about her feelings in psychology? This is known as the halo effect. When we admire someone, we tend to attribute multiple positive qualities to them. By saying this, she's expressing admiration and possibly romantic interest. She's signaling that you're someone special to her. How should you engage without becoming overly self-conscious? Acknowledge the compliment, but don't let it go to your head. A confident and humble response works best. That's really nice of you to say, "I try to be myself." Then you can pivot the conversation to ask her what makes her say that. This keeps the dialogue flowing and shows that you're genuinely curious about her thoughts. Phrase 3, "I feel safe when I'm with you." When a woman tells you, "I feel safe when I'm with you," she's expressing one of the most important emotions in any relationship. Trust, emotional safety, is a cornerstone of romantic attraction. It means she feels secure enough to be herself around you, without fear of judgment or harm. Why is this important from a biological standpoint? Feeling safe triggers the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. This creates a sense of connection and trust. That's essential for deeper relationships. How can you maintain and enhance this feeling? Continue to be consistent in your actions. Keep showing her that she can rely on you. A simple response might be, "That means a lot to me. I want you to feel safe when you're with me." This reinforces the connection and lets her know that her feelings matter to you. Phrase 4. "I was thinking about what you said," when she brings up something you said earlier. It's a clear sign that your words had an impact on her. This shows she values your opinions and perspectives enough to reflect on them later. Why does this matter? Psychologically, this indicates intellectual compatibility, which is a critical factor in emotional intimacy. She's drawn to the way you think and wants to engage with you on a deeper level. How can you respond to foster this connection, acknowledge her thoughtfulness, and dive deeper into the topic? For example, "I'm glad, GL, you brought that up. What were you thinking about it?" This invites her to share more and keeps the conversation meaningful. It also shows her that you appreciate her attention to detail. Phrase 5, "I told my friend about you." When she mentions that she's talked about you to her friends, it's a big deal. This means you're on her mind even when you're not around. It's also a sign that she's emotionally invested enough to introduce you, even indirectly, into her social circle. Why is this significant? Social validation plays a huge role in romantic attraction by telling her friends about you. She's seeking their input and, in a way, solidifying her feelings. It's her way of making you a part of her world. What should you do? Don't downplay it. Show that you appreciate being talked about in a positive light. Wow, I'm flattered. What did you say? This keeps the conversation light and playful while also giving her the opportunity to express her feelings further. Phrase 6, I really appreciate you, when she says, I really appreciate you. It's not just a casual thank you, it's a heartfelt acknowledgement of your impact on her life. Gratitude is one of the strongest indicators of deepening feelings. It shows that she values not just what you do, but who you are. Why is gratitude so powerful in relationships? Studies show that expressing gratitude strengthens bonds and fosters emotional intimacy. When she appreciates you, she's telling you that you make her life better. In some way, how can you build on this momentum? Respond in kind, but make it specific. That means a lot to me. I really appreciate you too. Especially for insert specific quality or action. This reinforces the emotional connection and shows her that you're paying attention to her as well. Each of these phrases is like a window into her heart. If you pay attention and respond thoughtfully, you'll not only understand her better, but also create a foundation for a stronger, more meaningful connection. Now that you know what to listen for, the next step is understanding how to handle these moments with care. Let's talk about that. What to do when you notice these signs. So you've started picking up on these signs. She's dropping hints, sharing her feelings, and showing genuine interest. Now, this is where it gets real, because how you respond can make all the difference. First, acknowledge her feelings when a woman expresses her emotions even subtly. It takes courage. That's why it's so important to be genuine and respectful in your response. The key is to let her know that you hear her without overwhelming her, for example. If she says, I feel safe with you, you could respond with something. Like, that means a lot to me. I want you to always feel that way. This kind of response validates her feelings and shows her that you're someone she can trust. The trick is to stay balanced. You don't need to reciprocate with an overly dramatic declaration of love, but don't brush her off either. Be calm, confident, and thoughtful. That's what makes the connection feel natural next. Focus on building the connection further when she opens up to you. It's a sign that she wants to deepen the relationship. Use this as an opportunity to nurture the bond, spend quality time together. Share your own feelings when the moment feels right and show consistency in your actions. But here's a tip. Avoid rushing things or playing hard to get. Both extremes can backfire. Rushing can make her feel overwhelmed, while acting aloof might signal that you're not interested. Instead, focus on authenticity, be present, pay attention to her needs, and let the relationship progress. Naturally, common mistakes men make. When women express feelings, even when the signs are clear. Some guys manage to mess things up. Let's look at 3 common mistakes and how to avoid them. Mistake number 1, over-analyzing her words. We get it. You want to decode her feelings perfectly, but obsessing over every phrase can drive you crazy and harm the connection, instead of overthinking. Focus on the bigger picture. Is she opening up? Is there a consistent effort to connect? These are what matter most. Trust your instincts and let the relationship unfold organically. Mistake number 2, reacting too strongly. It's great to feel excited when you notice her feelings, but coming on too strong can be overwhelming. For example, responding to her subtle cues with a sudden, I've been waiting for this moment to tell you, I love you, can create unnecessary pressure. Keep things light, natural, and comfortable. Let your actions speak. Lou, then your words. Mistake. Number 3, taking it for granted when a woman expresses her feelings. It doesn't mean the work is done. Relationships require ongoing effort. If you stop putting in the same level of care and attention, she'll notice and the connection could fade. Show her that you value her feelings by continuing to invest in the relationship through your actions, words, and consistency. Remember, Understanding her signs is just the beginning. What truly matters is how you respond and how you nurture the bond moving forward. Stay tuned as we wrap this up with a powerful conclusion and some actionable tips. Conclusion and call to action. Let's quickly recap the 6 key phrases that reveal a woman is developing feelings for you first when she asks, "What do you think about?" She's seeking your opinion to connect on a deeper level. When she says, "You're so different from other guys," she's expressing admiration for your uniqueness, telling you, "I feel safe when I'm with you," signals trust and emotional security. If she brings up, "I was thinking about what you said," it shows she values your perspective and ideas. When she shares, "I told my friend about you," it's a sign of emotional investment and inclusion in her world. Finally, when she says, "I really appreciate you," it's her way of acknowledging the positive impact you've had on her life. Each of these phrases reflects her growing feelings and emotional connection. Recognizing them and responding thoughtfully is your chance to build something truly meaningful. When a woman opens up in these ways, it's more than just words. It's trust, and trust is the foundation of any strong relationship. Don't take it lightly. These moments are opportunities to nurture a bond that could grow into something remarkable. Be present, be genuine, and show her that her feelings are valued. If this video helped you, hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know which of these phrases you've noticed before, and don't forget to subscribe to Grandma's Wise Vibes for more psychology-backed tips to improve your relationships. See you in the next video.